If you watched the first video of the series, you already know what's going on. If not, my name is Ivan and I'm restoring this 1981 Mk1 Golf. In the last video you saw me taking everything apart, you saw the floor being welded, and in this video we're prepping the car for paint. Bit of a late start today, but I'm finally starting to sand the car. I'm just about to start, it's noon. I'm gonna start at the back and work my way all the way to the front, over the roof and the sides of the car. I'm starting with 220 grids and hopefully it's going to be enough. I think I do have some harder paper, but I don't have too much of it, so hopefully this works. It is going pretty good, the rust is coming out quite easily, but there are spots like this one which were fixed previously. I think I will need to get a wire brush or something to get this out, just to make sure there's no rust underneath. I'm switching to a bit of a harder paper just to work faster and make it a bit easier on myself, and that way I'll be able to get it done faster because I am on a time constraint, so let's get it. The two little holes for the badges are a bit, I don't know, pulled out, so I'm gonna just massage them back in with a hammer just so I can have it straight and be able to take all the rust off that I need to take off, so I make sure it doesn't rust again. But I think at some point I will be replacing the boot lid because it's definitely not perfect. It has had a bunch of fixes already, so it doesn't really matter, but I just want to make it straight and take the rust away. It's been about 2 hours and here's where we are with the process. So I've done basically all of this and I just have these few spots left, which I will do after lunch. I'm going for lunch now. I'm just gonna spray all of this down quickly with rust converter just so I'm done with it. I think I have a small spot here as well, but most of it is done and good enough to just spray down. So I'm using this thing, which should say rust neutralizer. I think it's in Polish or something, but it's just gonna turn everything black wherever it finds rust. And it creates some nasty film over everything, so I'm gonna need to sand everything back down, but that's not an issue because I need to prepare the car, the whole thing, for paint anyways, so I'm gonna be sanding it all anyways. Some spot like this still have a bunch of rust left, and if this was the car and not just the boot, I would probably get this patched, but since it is just the boot and this is probably going to be covered with emblems, I really don't care about it at all, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm back from lunch, I'm back to work. I have about 2 or 3 hours more and then I'm done for the day. And this is what the rust converter has done until now. So everything has turned black, which should mean the rust has been neutralized and we should be good to go. I still have a few spots, and I'm hoping to do the whole bottom of the car and then move on to the front side. Okay, so the back is mostly done. I still have to do the inside, the boot and stuff like that, but all the main rust spots on the outside are done, which is good progress. And the last thing I need to fix, there was this rust hole on the outside of the fender, which Sebastian cut out, but he didn't have time to fix. So it's this thing. And I need to clean it all out and just spray it with some rust converters just so we get rid of the rust, and tomorrow he's coming in to patch that hole, and then we'll be done with all the welding, and I'll just keep going with removing the rust and then preparing it for paint. So hopefully tomorrow he manages to come in and fix it, but now I need to prep it just to make sure when he comes we can just weld it in and be done with it. I ended up going quite hard on this just because this was all full of material, because it was already fixed once, and I just took everything off with the grinder. I cleaned this thing as much as I could, and now I'm gonna go in with just the hand and take off as much as I can with sandpaper. There's a small hole here that needs to get patched, which is not ideal, but we'll get it done. And yeah, I don't really care if this stuff is too straight or not, because I'm gonna be rocking the plastic GTI over fenders, so this is all gonna be hidden anyways, so I don't care. All I care about is that there's no rust and that it's solid, and basically that's it. So let's keep going with taking the rust off. I ended up going kind of crazy without filming it, but I've managed to clean out a bunch of stuff. So once I pulled the seal away, this is quite rotten. I managed to clean it up a bit and already sprayed it, so it's already looking a bit better, but I need to remove this thing so I can actually clean everything out. But for the rest, it's looking quite good. Every piece of rust on the back of the car is done. Everything is off. It's all sprayed. This part is done. I also did quite a lot on the arch. I removed a whole bunch of material from all of this. I brought it all down to bare metal and then sprayed it with the rust converter, as well as parts over here, up top. And yeah, it's quite good for the like 4 or 5 hours I did today. And I was hoping I wouldn't have to take the windows out, but it seems like I will. So tomorrow I'll probably take all the windows out make sure all the metal around the windows is okay, and if it's not, at least tomorrow I'll have Sebastian here and he can weld it up if something needs welding. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm hoping to get to at least half of the rust done tomorrow, and then a day or two more to take all the rust out, and then start actually prepping for primer and then paint. I don't know, we'll see. I think this video will be just until I have the car ready for primer, and then the video after will be actually priming the car and preparing it for paint. Day 2 of sanding and prep. Sebastian is not coming to weld today, unfortunately, because he has some work, so we'll do it maybe tomorrow or sometime this week. But the plan is to do both rear quarter panels, so get rid of all the rust. I need to remove these moldings. Just got in the car. I'm planning to take this window out just so I can work on the outside, which is what you just saw, and make sure nothing is rotten on underneath the window sills and everything. I'm kind of stressed because I don't want to break the seal, just so I don't have to like get new seals or new windows or whatever, but it shouldn't be too hard. The good thing is these windows are not glued in or anything, it's just basically the seal holding it in. I think it should be ready to come out, so I'm gonna go on the outside and pull it out from there. Okay, that's the window out. I'm happy to say under the window everything looks good. So it all looks like it's not rotting or anything, and yeah, we are okay. I think it's good enough, at least this upper part. I'm just gonna spray it with rust converter, get down with that and start on the bottom. I'm off to lunch, and when I get back we'll continue with this, but good progress for now. I still need to clean up underneath on the seals, but I'll do that on another day. Today I'm gonna focus on both quarter panels and the roof, as I said before. So see you later. This is probably the easiest way to do it, not just by making pressure with your foot or something, and it's the only way I managed to actually pull this, pull it behind the edge to make sure I can then pull it out. Let's keep going. Easy. I managed to take the window out just by pushing. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I wasn't recording, but it's out. I wasn't sure how I would remove the windows, but in the end just giving it the old foot works perfectly. So yeah, going back to sanding now. We're starting day 3, no intro, just putting my head down and going straight to work on the roof. I've just finished the roof. I've kind of just locked in for the day. The whole roof is done. There's been like a ton of rust on it, but I'm happy to be done, and here's the result. Because I haven't done this part on the other side, but on this side it's done. It's already sprayed with rust converter and it's good to go. And this is how the roof looks. There was a ton of rust on everything, and now it's just spots that have been sanded down and hit with, oh my god, I better just shatter my car. Anyways, just hit with rust converter. I still need to do this whole thing, but I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. I need to go on a run to get more supplies, more rust converter, and basically more of everything. But yeah, that's it for day 3 of sanding, and yeah, see you tomorrow. It's day 4, I believe, and today I want to get done both doors, door jambs and sills. Hopefully I managed to do everything. Yesterday I ended up finishing the roof on both sides and everything else just without recording, so let's get it done. I'm done for the day. I managed to do both doors. I managed to clean up the seals pretty good. I was using the angle grinder with the wire brush attachment, this thing. I just kind of locked in and wasn't filming, but I'll overlay some footage of the seals and they're looking pretty good. Now I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna wait for Sebastian. He's finally coming around to weld the last final few holes that I have in the car. Here's an update with how the car looks right now. I'm done basically. The only thing that's left to de-rust is the front end of the car, and then we can start prepping for paint. So I'm hoping to paint it, at least primer it, this weekend. Today is Tuesday, so we have about 4 days. Let's see. So while Sebastian was there, we took the time to look for more rust. Just to make sure if there's anything else he needs to weld, he can weld it right away. And we managed to find 2 more holes, which was definitely not ideal. One was in the back next to the driver's side seat rails. Luckily it was easy to access and he welded it right away. The other one was in the passenger side footwell, which was kind of hard to get to, and there was a bunch of stuff to clean up around it, so we left that for another day for him to come back and weld it up. It's day 5, quick update on yesterday. So Sebastian came as you saw and he welded a bunch of the floor and stuff that we still needed welding. We will still poke a bit around the floor to make sure if there's anything else while he's welding this, he can weld another 1 or 2 holes. But yeah, yesterday we welded up 3 holes and hopefully with this 4th one it's going to be done. I at least hope so, because I'm tired of finding holes in this car. So now what's left is basically the whole front part of the car, but this is going to be maybe 2 more days of derusting and then 1 or 2 days of paint prepping, and then I can finally put down a base coat over the whole car and make it look one color, which is what I'm really waiting for, because I'm tired of looking at this cow looking car with all the black spots of where I removed rust. So yeah, let's get into it. Day 5 done. I managed to get rid of most of the rust on the right wing. I managed to sand down the hood and get the rust down, and a bit of the front. I still have some stuff to go. So tomorrow I'll go through the front and the left wing, and hopefully on Friday maybe we can spray some stuff down with some primer, maybe at least the hood, doors and stuff like that I can remove from the car. Even after I'm done with sanding down the rust, I still need to prepare everything for primer, so I don't know, hopefully over the weekend I manage to primer down the whole car.
make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? You make it look good.
I think I'm going to close the video down here. I've just finished, I think, day 7 of working on the car. Most of the rust is done. There's still one hole in the floor which is going to be fixed in the next video, and the car needs paint. I just finished prepping both the wings, which are both actually not that good, and I'm gonna need to throw them away, but I'll still paint them just because I want to see the whole car painted. And then at some point I'll just buy new ones and repaint them. It's not a big job, so that's easy. I've prepared the wings, the hood and the doors and the boot for painting. I'm gonna paint all of those tomorrow and then paint the car on Sunday. I need to be done by Sunday with sanding and painting because where I'm working on the car, the house next door is an Airbnb and there's guests coming on Monday. So by Sunday evening I have to be done. I can still then work on the car, I just can't sand or spray. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get a booth, so I'm going to have to paint outside, which is definitely not ideal, but at this point I just don't care. I want it to be done, I want it to be painted. Even if it's not the best paint, I don't mind repainting the car once I get it actually driving, registered and everything else. For now, all I care about is that the rust is gone, the car is one color and it's protected against rusting again. Next video will be actually painting the whole car, and then we're gonna just throw all the parts that I have back together. At some point we'll get to see how the car looks when it starts actually looking like a car, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned, new video coming soon, and yeah, thanks for watching.